this business and how it can change your life. It's my very favorite thing to do because it's changed my life in such a profound way. But first I want to talk to you about our company and the belief in our company. You know, we don't just sell a product that's a personal product. We sell a product that enhances family life. We sell a product that makes every dinner table better. We help people in their kitchen, whether they love to cook or hate to cook. They all have to cook. And you know, the definition of to cook is to heat food. That's right. So if anybody tells you they don't cook, they're lying. Everybody eats food at some point or another. And we all have to eat. It's a life-sustaining skill that we need to heat food, right? Because cold food would get really old fast, wouldn't it? Okay. Well, you know what? I'm so excited that in my journey I chose this company because I really feel like I'm able to help people in their homes and enhance lives, whether it's through hosting a show and getting free product, whether it's having them gather their friends and family to have a fun evening out, whether it's helping that job get easier in the kitchen, or whether it's helping change lives and get out of the house one night a week or 2 nights a week to get away from the kids. Or maybe I've even helped a lot of people stay home with their children, which is probably my greatest gift in my mind that I've given kids, okay? To have their mom or dad home, to be able to afford that. In today's day, it's tough to do. I realize that. So that has just been, to me, that's my greatest legacy in this business. Now, I've been with the company 28 years. I've seen a lot of changes. In fact, when I started my business, I paid $400 for my kit in 1986. Now, how many of you would have paid $400 for your kit? None of you. I'm so glad I did, because it changed my life forever. See, back when I started, there was no catalog. There was a product on parade, a 3-fold piece of paper that had little drawn pictures on it, and it just gave a sentence of how the product worked. So we had to carry everything with us. We made 4 and 5 trips. We have come such a long way in our company. And in these 34 years that we've been in business, it's been amazing how we have grown through technology. Yes, it was the dark ages. I went by horse and buggy. There were no cell phones. There weren't computers. There wasn't anything like we have today. There was no training. We did the training out in the field. If we thought of something new, we shared it with everybody. And that has not stopped even today. And I'm so thankful for that about our company. And for those of you that are visiting tonight, you're going to see that there's a spirit of sharing here like no other, okay? Because when you succeed, when the person next to you succeeds, we all succeed together as a company. And we're a Berkshire Hathaway-owned company. You know, Warren Buffett picks golden eggs to buy, okay? He never makes a wrong choice. He is so thrilled with Pampered Chef, you would not believe it. He loves us. He loves what we do. He loves who we are. And he believes in our mission. And that is so exciting. For any of you in the corporate world, that doesn't always happen from the top, does it? Okay? So we have the backing of phenomenal people in our home office. We have a product line that's common to everyday life that we're going to use over and over and over and over again. What we are, Pampered Chef is to the Craftsman is to the garage what Pampered Chef is to the kitchen, okay? And everybody needs good tools. In fact, when I have the guys at the shows and the couple shows and stuff, they'll say to me, or I should say, they'll say to their spouse or significant other, they'll say, "What do you mean you don't have a chopper? How can you chop without a chopper? Our knives stink. Why don't we have these knives?" See, because guys understand, right, guys?
Oh, amen.
The right tool for the right job, okay? Get the men to your shows. 60% of men cook on a regular basis. Regular basis, okay? And I know that when I've taught my children, I have one daughter, 2 boys. My boys know as much about cooking as my daughters do, because to me, it's a life skill. I can't promise you that you're going to be married and that you won't be the cook in the family. So you better be able to learn how to do that, because pizzas and burgers are going to get old, all right? So we have a product that's common to everyday living. Every single person needs our products, because every single person wants quality, don't they? You know, it gets old going to Walmart buying that little 8-inch skillet year after year after year, doesn't it? Why not spend a little bit more, or have a show and get it for half price, or free, and have something that has a lifetime warranty, okay? So when you think about what we're selling, it's much more than just kitchen tools. We're selling a lifestyle, we're selling how to do things fast and easy, which everybody needs fast and easy, don't they? Okay? And we're also selling a product that we can be very proud of. We're here for 34 years now, and we're going to be here for a lot longer. And I'm going to share my story how I got started later, but it's amazing to think that I'm still here 28 years later. I used to be an accountant, and if you know anything about accountants, they don't sell things. Okay? So we give away free products. If people can't afford our products, host a show, right? Everyone has access to our products. Over 50% of our catalog is under $20. Everyone has access to our products. Everyone can afford the Pampered Chef. And that is, again, another blessing to me, because I don't ever want to sell a product that people can't afford, or that only certain people can come to my show. I feel really good about that. And I want to tell you that not only do we help people with income, we help people with their self-esteem. When I started my business, I didn't even go to my high school reunion because I felt so bad about myself. Now today, I stand in front of 5,000 people and share my life. My story is in 3 different books. And I want you to know, this is the very first time that the 3 nationals have ever gone on the road together. It's kind of like the Bing Crosby and Bob Hope. Is anybody old enough to remember those? But it's kind of like that.
The sisters with the
Yes, but anyway, this has been so fun to go and do this, and to be able to afford the time to do this, because our families are grown now. When we first started, we all had little kids like many of you, and we would have never been able to do this. But we can now, and it's just been a blast. And I told Michael, we have never all done this ever in 28 years, so it's our first time, and we're celebrating Michael and his team. Yeah. Let's give everybody a big hand. I'd like to tell you about a gal. You know, I really believe this business is for everyone, okay? At least for everyone to try on the apron, okay? It might not be for everyone to stay, but I always challenge everyone to try on the apron, because you never know where it'll take you. I like to say I'm an oxymoron standing in front of people, an accountant who sells things, okay? Because usually those 2 big groups don't mix. But I have a story for you. A gal, in the old days, before there was internet and all that stuff, we used to put little ads in these penny saver magazines in our community and say, Pampered Chef, hiring. We actually used the word hiring back then. we know better now. But people would call and say, you know, what's this all about? And we would go meet the people, kind of like we do today. But this gal called me, and her name was Peggy. And Peggy was in hiding from an abusive relationship, an hour and a half away from her family. And Peggy had 3 children under the age of 4. She was living in a trailer. She had no car and no means of family support around her. But Peggy wanted to do the business. And I'm sitting there hearing Peggy's story, and I'm thinking, you know, if it was just the $100 to get started for the business, that's what it was when Peggy started, I would have given her the $100. Not that I've ever done that. I've never given anybody money to start the business. I always feel there has to be a commitment from you, somehow, some way, to come up with that money so you're serious about it. But in her case, I would have done it just to help her. But Peggy said, and she didn't have a car. She says, how are you going to get to the shows? And who's going to take care of your babies? you have no support system here. And I lived at an hour away from her, so it wasn't like I could come over and help. She says, Nancy Jo, if I can find a way to do this, can I do it? And I said, absolutely, but I was trying to talk her out of it because I didn't want to be another failure in her life. Okay? I didn't want to be another thing that she couldn't do well. Well, do you know what? Peggy sold her couch for the $100. She traded babysitting 40 hours a week with someone else in the trailer park for 2 nights a week. She paid another person $25 a night to take her back and forth to her show. And within 6 months, Peggy was a director with our company. Wow. And about 1.5 years later, Peggy met a brother of one of her hosts who just so happened to be a vice president of a bank. He married Peggy, and he loved her and told her she didn't ever have to work another day in her life. It's a Cinderella story for sure. But you know what? Peggy found a way. She didn't let all the obstacles in her life stop her from doing something she really wanted. So I want to leave you with that story and have you think about it. Are you a Peggy? Do you have things in your life that are holding you down and holding you back? Or are you going to find a way to do it? Marie, take it away.